Part 5. Trump paid in full before 12 a.m., and his son was saved. His son would remember the baby Hulk family for the rest of his life. Part 6. Mr. Jackson's son got into trouble while driving a car that was not insured and using the wrong license plate. Unfortunately, he got into an accident, and it was his fault. The police arrived, talked to both parties, and gave my son 2 tickets. He paid the fines, but later that week, my wife received a call from a lawyer saying they wanted to work out a payment of $4,000. Since my son didn't have the money, she agreed and provided my son's card information. The following week, when they tried to take the money, the transaction failed because my son had forgotten to unlock his card. Soon after, my wife received another call from the lawyer, claiming they had been trying to reach her and my son but had gotten no response. My wife never received a call or voicemail and knew they were lying. The lawyer then gave them 1 month to pay the $4,000 in full, warning that if they didn't, both their licenses would be suspended and they would be placed on an SR-22 for 3 years. Since my wife was the co-signer, she was being held responsible, even though the police had forgotten to document that she had nothing to do with the accident. Angry, my wife called the lawyer and demanded to know why she was involved when she had no part in the accident. The lawyer told her it was because she was the co-signer and her name was on the title. Furious, she came to me and explained everything. I gave her the money, but later that day, I realized I forgot to tell her to use a cashier's check for proof of payment. Unfortunately, it was too late. She had already paid over the phone. When I asked if she had recorded the transaction, she said no. I warned her that if the lawyer was crooked, he might deny receiving the payment. That evening, I came home to find my wife crying. She told me I was right. The lawyer had lied and claimed she never paid. I didn't need to hear any more. I gathered my boys, and we went to pay the lawyer a visit. When we walked in, the lawyer and his colleagues immediately became uneasy. The crooked lawyer looked me up and down and nervously asked, "Can I help you?" I got straight to the point. "Remember the $4,000 a lady paid you for her son's accident?" The entire room went silent. The lawyer's colleagues avoided eye contact and he started to sweat. "No," he muttered. I stepped closer, leaned in, and whispered, "I'm with the baby Hulk family." Some of his colleagues recognized my boys. They had done business with our family before. The lawyer's face went pale. I whispered again, "That lady. Who is she to you?" The lawyer stammered, I'm sorry for lying. Who is she to you?" I locked eyes with him and said, "That's my wife." The lawyer's face twisted in fear, and I swear he looked like he peed himself. I told him to fix it. Trembling, he dropped to his knees and begged, "I will. I'm sorry." The next day, I came home to find my wife beaming with happiness. She told me the lawyer had refunded $5,000 instead of $4,000, and my son and I no longer had anything to worry about. Everything was taken care of. My wife smiled and said, "God is good." I nodded and replied, "All the time."